Good morning. Welcome to today's Morning Moxie with Larisa. So guess what? I have been doing some reading this weekend, and so that's what this week's Moxies will all be about because it's fresh at top of mind, and plus it's, again, my favorite topic, which is talking about money and investing and becoming more financially savvy. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are a coming returning subscriber, welcome back. Happy to have you all. And my channel, as you know, is about creating bite-sized pieces of inspiration and motivation to help you jumpstart your day. And I encourage you to become a mogulistas, money mavens, because I think that gives us a better chance to grow and become as we increase our income flow, diversified revenue streams that allows us to live life more fully. And so today's topic is kind of about that, your estate and your net worth. So let's jump right in, shall we? So, depending on where you are in your financial journey, I would have to say that it might be time to jump off the hamster wheel of the 9 to 5. Now, one reason that I kept my 9 to 5 job is, well, it takes time to build up your conglomerate for one thing. But on the other hand, it is easier to buy a house. And it was important to me to buy a house for myself. And I also have investment property, but I really just wanted to have that house before I did anything too out there. And then, of course, benefits are also good. And as you get older, you certainly want to keep up with your medical insurance. So there are many reasons to have a 9 to 5. So that, I don't mean just taking a wild hair and going cray cray, but I want you to be aware of some things that you might want to keep in mind. I'm encouraging you to look at diversifying your income for multiple reasons, but I also want to let you know that it's important that you nourish in order to flourish, because you have to have the stamina when you are building an empire, right? And one of the things that I have been really focusing on this year is being able to create an estate plan, because I have 2 adult children and I want to make sure that they are well cared for when mom has gone to the great blue yonder. And having read this book that I'm going to share with you, which is Closing the Racial Wealth Gap by Eugene Mitchell. I can never get that right. So anyway, I encourage you to give that a read. But he talks about many things about making sure that we are creating multi-generational wealth for our family. And so I used the examples that he gave for in the book to figure out what my estate plan would be. And I was pleasantly surprised. Until you put it down on paper, you might not realize that you have maybe done okay. So, but I want you to understand there's a difference between your estate plan, which is what you will leave to others, and then your net worth, which is what you are hopefully helping to grow. So when you're looking at your estate plan, and you do need to have an estate plan if you have more than 2 forks, okay? I don't want to put a dollar amount on. If you got more than 2 forks, you probably need an estate plan. In particular, if you have family or others that you care about, right? That's when you need an estate plan, because you want to decide who gets what when it's that time. So your estate plan will include probably include your personal residence and any other property that you have. So essentially your assets, so real estate, your stocks, your investments, your any property that has value, like your car, any jewelry, or any other collectibles, art, for example. And I'm hoping that maybe if you've been listening to me for some time, you do have some assets that are generating income for you and not all costing you income. So you're looking at, like I said, your physical assets as well as any life insurance that you have. And if you say have few assets, you definitely want to make sure that you have a sizable insurance policy that will replace any lost income. So you look at your say your wages at, I don't know, $100,000 a year times however many years you expect to work into the future, that's how much insurance you should have, for example. So that's one part of it. And then the other part of it is, okay, that's a very short conversation about the estate planning. The other thing I want to say about the estate planning is, even if you don't have more than 2 forks, but if you do have family members, go ahead and get the insurance, because that will, it's not just to pay for your burial costs, it is to help the next generation thrive. And so if everyone does that each generation, then of course that is money that is left and can grow and compound over time. And that's the end of that story. So on your net worth, what we want to look at is your assets minus liabilities. Now, your estate plan counts your property because it's there, but for your net worth, what you're looking at is, say, the market value of the property minus the mortgage that you owe. So there may be a little bit of shrinkage there, but any assets that you owe, so it is kind of the same in that it is your property, your stocks, your bonds, anything that has cash value, those are assets. And then your liabilities are the debts that you owe. So any credit card, any loans that you have, your car payment or your mortgage, and those types of things. So those will be subtracted out of what the market value is of your assets minus the debt that you owe on those assets. Those are your, the results will be your net worth at a moment in time, right? But remember, typically if you have stocks and other cash producing stocks, some collectibles, and cryptocurrency now, if you have that. But also what I wanted to share with you is that given the changes in the securities and exchange laws, now you have more opportunity to invest in other assets than we didn't have. What year is this? 10 years, definitely not 10 years ago, but I think it started 5 years ago, the laws changed. So now you can buy, say, for example, you can invest in startups. So you have the opportunity to really grow your net worth if you pay some type of attention, you do some homework, and you need to be cautious because you don't want to just do it willy-nilly, but if you do your homework, that will take some of the risk out of it. So estate plan for the future, net worth is current. So you are encouraged, I recommend at least every quarter, or certainly no less than every 6 months, to review your net worth to make sure that you are moving in the right direction so that you are having more assets and decreasing your liability. So say, for example, when I bought this house, I needed to buy some things to furnish it. So I do have some credit card debt that I am paying off. But looking at my time horizon for working, that is to pay off all my debt before I retire. And that is by increasing my income and increasing my income producing assets. So 2 things that I encourage you to look after. And if you need more information, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'm happy to respond. I may be able to get you a net worth template just so you can have something to start with and start tracking, because it's hugely important. So I'm encouraging you to take a proactive role in your financial future. Talk to a trusted professional that can help you create an estate plan. And I'm also recommending that you insure yourself and your property so that you can protect what you have worked so hard to create. So that has been today's Morning Moxie with Larisa. I hope that you were able to get some good information from there. And again, please leave a comment below. I'm happy to help you out, and I will look forward to chatting with you on the next video. I will see you next time. Cheers.